And now, the stars of 4Kids will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light
what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air,
Gave proof through the night
that our flag was still there.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Happy 4th of July from all of us at 4Kids TV.
Here's that rainy day they told me about, and I laughed at the thought.
No! No!
The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts all on a summer's day. The Knave of Hearts, he stole those tarts and took them quite away.
Stay Bombad. Welcome to the Bombadcast.
The actors of TFA were excited to be here to talk about it. And we're going to act like we're live right now. But we're not. It's a pre-record. I'll tell you why. And it's very important. Thank you so much for being here, number one. Special shout out to everyone tuning in right here live. Sorry we can't pull up the comments. Right now, in Thursday time, Scott is seeing Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair. His favorite Kill Bill movie. I'm sorry, favorite Tarantino movie. So excited to see it. And right now he's watching it. He's having a great time in theaters with his buddy Eric. That's why we're not live right now. But I'm not alone. I must bring in my Bombad husband, the one and only Jerry, the Ken and Jackie King. What's going on, Cumsdane?
Yes, yes, we are the stars of the Force Awakens. Yes. Darling. Darling, yes.
Oh, I like this. This was new.
Sorry.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, no, yeah, Scotty is at a movie. I'm having eye surgery as we speak. Yes.
I can't tell if you're
Yeah.
joking or not.
I'm not. I am joking. No, I'm actually getting I'm getting my eyes replaced to like, you know, kind of enhance, you know, I got to get these puffy bags taken care of, you know, otherwise I'm not going to be able to land any more roles.
For Avatar Fire and Ash, you got to make sure your eyes are good for the 3D.
Well, I got to
IMAX
make
3D
sure
glasses.
I'm going to make sure I'm going to get like those like really like, you know, like just like the yellow, like just like eyes. I want my eyes to
that's
look like
cool.
Avatar like eyes. You know
So
what I'm
real
saying?
quick, just for the audience at home, Alden, Jerry, Scotty, and Ken are in a group chat, and I made a joke.
Oh,
that
really?
literally made me almost laugh out loud in church because I'm sending this shit in church.
You laugh at
And
your
we're-
own jokes. In church?
This one was funny though. I don't. The context was talking. I'm not gonna say it live, but all I said was, "This is how Jerry looked talking to Ken for the first time," and it made me laugh so.
I lost my shit a little bit. I was at work. That was really good. It was really
I know
good.
Jared knows the story. We're not gonna talk about it on air just for the sake of saving Jerry Cables from embarrassment. But that's. I think Jerry said in the chat, "I'm a bit of an otaku."
Well, I am. You know, I mean, I'm a jack of all trades. You know, I'm a appreciator of different cultures.
Then,
You know,
and then
not an appropriator.
Jerry
mostly.
said this.
Yeah.
Jerry said
It's
this
me.
as a response. Oh my god. We were I don't think I've ever laughed that hard in church. I just love that in this shot she has the eyes of Shai-Hulud. No, that's not Shai-Hulud. What do they call it? Quintsarak? He's got the eyes of the
It's very Irish.
Yeah. I was just it's very Irish. I was dying. But anyway, love all of you. Thank you for being here.
You guys are great.
We're not here alone to talk
Brian,
about
stop making me laugh. Okay.
Brian,
All right.
classic Brian.
Oh, what an asshole.
We're here to celebrate the actors of The Force Awakens, all the new ones that joined the saga. We've got a list. We're going to go through them. Like, we're going to bring in our co-host for this evening. One of my favorite people in the world. Let's bless him with a special clip. Let me see if I can find a very special. Ooh, I got one. We haven't done it in a minute. Here we go.
You shall kneel before.
My knees are hurting because of some bad cheese.
May it ever be.
May it ever be.
May it ever be. Okay.
Hey, Jared.
Hey!
Happy to have you here, bud. This is
I'm
awesome.
excited to be here. I'm really excited. Talking about the Force Awakens, like this is like such a watershed moment in like Star Wars history and like our time as Star Wars fans.
Oh man.
Like I just sent you a couple pictures I meant to send you earlier, especially, and it reminded me because you guys were joking about being in the cast.
This is great. I'll get these pulled up. Holy cow.
So yeah, I mean, just I guess if I'm gonna try out for any roles, it will be Kylo Ren, not just because of the tattoo I have permanently etched into my thigh.
Yeah, not just it's not that.
It's like you kind of want it too bad.
Yeah.
No,
that's why Taylor ghosted me the first time we matched on Tinder.
Really?
That's what she likes to joke about. But
I did not know that actually.
Yeah. That's a story for another time. But yeah, I'm really excited to be here, and I guess I will be trying out for the role of Kylo Ren. I brought my own costume when I was 17.
Look, I'll get it pulled. I'm trying to. It says that we're out of storage. We got too many clips. Oh, this one's uploading. Here we go. This is incredible. Look at that. Was this before the movie came out? Was this before or was this after?
Not long after.
Wow.
Not long after.
So this would have been like March or February because it's still snowing. So
Yeah, no, it was January. January.
January?
February.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It
So
was we got a huge blizzard, and the park near my house had this like wooded area that like looked very Starkiller based. My girlfriend at the time, shout out Becca. Hope you're doing
a real
well.
one.
She, was a photographer and indulged me in doing a ridiculous little like snowy Kylo Ren shoot because it was giving Starkiller base. So
it's so sick. I mean, that really is a very great cosplay. I've seen it before. I've even seen the one where you do without your helmet and you got the scar and everything. It's a really good cosplay.
Yeah, I preferred the Last Jedi one because I had another friend of mine, shouts out Kat, who made me the leather cape and then the tunic. Where the one I'm wearing there, I want to say it was a raincoat I had thrifted and cut the sleeves off of.
Damn, it looks good though.
A Henley shirt that had kind of like a similar like ribbed pattern on the sleeves, and then my nana and I basically took two pillowcases, sewed them together, and like punched a hole through it to make the hood and the shawl.
God, it looks good, dude.
Wow.
So you know what's funny? I think this is a good transition for that kind of thing because when all these things were announced and this character was very highly speculated, and obviously in the first trailer we didn't even know what the character's face looked like. We just had an idea of from the back and the movements and the motions. At that point we did know it was Adam Driver because the cast list I was looking up earlier was announced April 29th. So that's when the famous photo came out.
The black
and that's
and white.
that's when you saw everybody, and we can kind of just start from there and go back a little bit. But that cast photo, there was a couple of things that I was aware of, with this new cast. And the new cast being, let me read the list. The new cast being in particular, Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Adam Driver, Oscar Isaac, Andy Serkis, Domhnall Gleeson, and Max von Sydow. Which were like the new of the new. We're not bringing up the Resistance, kind of supplemental characters. Lupita Nyong'o is also a new character. We got to bring her up, but she was playing a CGI character. All that being said, I'm bringing all this up because when that official cast photo came out, I remember seeing Oscar Isaac, and I don't think Ex Machina had came out yet. Let me see. Actually, I watched it that summer though. I watched it very soon after.
It was very soon to come out if it hadn't already.
Yeah.
April 24th. Dude, it had just came out.
Yeah.
It had just came out. Yeah, Inside Llewyn Davis, because I watched that movie, not in theaters, but I remember it maybe came to Netflix or something. But I watched that, and then I went and saw Ex Machina in theaters. Like, oh wait, it says April 24th, 2015. I'm wrong. So he had already been casted a year after that, and this movie came on, Ex Machina. But I do remember watching Ex Machina in theaters and being blown away by, the movie and of course Oscar Isaac's acting. And I knew he wouldn't be bringing that vibe to the film. But I mean, I don't know. Did any of y'all watch Attack on Block before?
I did not. No. I think I got to a point when I was like, because I was a sophomore. No, I'm lying. A junior in high school. I was a junior in high school, sophomore when all the news is coming out, but junior when the movie came out.
Yeah.
And I remember going, I kind of want my first exposure to all these people to be this movie.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
Like there was a
That
part
is
of me, because I kept hearing they're like, oh, Boyega's amazing in Attack the Block, and Ridley being very much an unknown, and Oscar Isaac having like a handful of roles. But I was like, I want to wait. I want my first thing to be this for these people.
Yeah, that's solid. I remember seeing This Is Where I Leave You in 2014. That's the Jason Bateman movie with Adam Driver as like the younger brother. And it was like it's not a rom-com per se, but it's like very much like a family romp kind of movie, you know? And it's all about I looked it up. I think it's, what's it called wherever a Jewish person dies and they do like a Sit Shiva. That was it. Yeah, they do a Shiva in the house for like 7 days, whatever the amount of days is. And like there's a scene where Adam Driver gets high with Jason Bateman, and it's great. But I couldn't imagine him being the villain whenever this was all announced because of this movie, you know? But he was also in was it Girls?
Yeah.
So
I was about to say, well, everyone was like, "Oh, the guy from Girls, really? Like he's
Mhm.
gonna be the yeah."
How
It was
wild.
a big point of contention. I remember back in the day.
Yeah, that was a big one. Daisy Ridley, unknown, and I'm gonna be the gross man here. I only saw her appearance was it Law and Order where she had a no top on or something? She was in something with no top. I looked it up.
Yeah,
I didn't look it up
yeah.
now.
Corpse. She played.
Yeah,
Top
I know
Corpse,
she was a
yes.
dead body in Law and Order. Yeah.
Yes, and her boobs were out, and that was pretty Bombad. So sorry, you woke moralist. What's that
Sorry.
clip? There was that. What's that clip? Did Jared used to play it like up yours, woke moralist or whatever it is?
Yeah. Up yours, you woke moralist. We'll
Moralist.
see who cancels who. I haven't had to bust out the Jordan Peterson voice in a minute.
Hey, you're welcome. I did that.
I've become so enslaved to the Alex Jones impression that I haven't had to bust out JVP.
Well, you just did. You made it happen.
Conquer your dragon and clean your room. You know?
So I remember seeing that photo, and she had only played a dead body, and I think maybe just like one other role, and like not that I was hopeless, but I remember specifically there were rumors of her on the first day of set, and like the rumors came out from like extras that like she had like a breakdown the first day because she felt so overwhelmed by the role, and it was the scene of her scrubbing the stuff. And that's all come out later of her scrubbing it, looking up, and like that's a really hard scene for a character to start on. Like honestly, like you're playing against no one, and you're like having to make weird eye contact while you iron, scrub, brush a little thing, and look up at this old lady with a ton of wrinkles, like
Yeah.
and then she gets startled by that little that little guy. Like I don't know, like you're acting with no one, and yeah, I remember hearing the rumors that she had like a breakdown that first day.
It's also very much to do with like her audition, like that
Yes.
screen test. Like the scene they made her do was her being interrogated by Kylo Ren.
And it's amazing.
Yeah,
It's amazing. Yeah, I forgot about that. They showed that in a BTS, the doc on
something like that. Where you're like, and
think
it's
so.
her like fucking losing it.
Yeah, and she's
like-
she's like grabbing her own face and stuff. Like
Yeah,
it's
like her face was almost as red as your jacket.
yes.
Like she was like hysterical, and obviously the scene doesn't get to that place in the movie,
no.
but like seeing her be able to like go there and get to that kind of inner darkness of like that just how upsetting that moment is, again reframed, where she kind of takes the power back as it's presented in the movie.
Yes.
When like Kylo Ren opens that door and now she can walk through it as well with the you'll never be as strong as Darth Vader
Mm-hmm.
beat is really
Well,
it's yeah.
One thing I will say to that too is like, they didn't just, test a handful of actors. They wanted the kind of unknown thing that The Force Awakens did. I'm sorry, that A New Hope did, right?
Yeah.
They wanted their trio to be like one known entity, someone that's kind of known, and then like a complete obscure nobody knows. And I looked it up just now for the sake of it, all the rumored cast of people. But in particular, I remember hearing that Finn, the character of Finn, was the one that was like the most like sought after, like everyone tested for it. And I have a list of people that tested for it. Michael B. Jordan,
Yep.
Jesse Plemons, which would have been so freaking weird. Like now that I've seen Breaking Bad, Jesse Plemons is like the biggest creep in the world. And like Begonia is like even creepier. Like, I don't know, that he just doesn't have a very like happy, welcoming face that Finn has. You know what I mean? Like in my head, the character of Finn.
But like so much of that is that mind fuck though.
Yeah,
Of,
you're
like,
right, huh?
If most of us are first exposed to Jesse Plemons via playing Finn, and he's this bright-eyed, like there's an earnestness to him.
Uh-huh.
In a world where Jesse Plemons is like, I'm breaking you out because it's the right thing to do. You need a pilot. I need a pilot.
Yep.
Like that. Like again, like our whole idea of who Jesse Plemons is changes because of that.
Yep.
You know, like,
100%.
there's a reason why everybody was like, oh, they're making episode 7. Benedict Cumberbatch should play Grand Admiral Thrawn. Why?
Oh.
He has that face. B, Sherlock. Everybody's watching Sherlock.
Right.
So like in our minds, oh, Cumberbatch should play this like Sherlock Holmesian character.
So that's a good one to bring up, only because I think it's a great transition. Who do you think he was supposed to play? Snoke? Was that the big thing that Benedict Cumberbatch was going to be Snoke? Much like Matt, is it Matthew Smith? Is that his name? The one that was inducted. Matt Smith being, young Palpatine, which I still think was 100% filmed and the case, but that's just me. For Tross. But like, obviously, what do you think Benedict would have played? Kylo Ren, or would he? I don't
know where else he fits in. He does not. Cumberbatch does not look like he could be Han and Leia's kid. I think he probably would have been a voice for Snoke. Because, there's not a whole, Andy Serkis does the voice, obviously, but, Serkis doesn't have to do that much mocap for Snoke in this.
Yeah.
That iconic, Andy Serkis is, a human who understands how humans move in almost a machine-like way. That, you get that, you forget that Snoke isn't actually there in Last Jedi. I think early on they were probably like, well, we just need a voice. And, Cumberbatch is Smaug.
Smaug.
He just got done being JJ's Khan.
Yeah.
There was, I think Cumberbatch would have ended up being Snoke.
Well, another thing, logistically speaking, the fact that a lot of these characters were English-based actors, you know what I mean? Really look at the list of actors. I guess it's them being somewhat frugal with not having to pay, for every American to come over here. John Boyega, British. Daisy Ridley, British. Oscar Isaac is, of course, from America or the Americas. But and then look at the rest of the cast, right? I mean, excluding all the old returning older characters, you got Max von Sydow. You've also Andy Serkis. All these people are British people. So there's something to be considered there. And one other thing too, there wasn't that much of a in terms of Daisy casting. We didn't really get that much speculation on who the character of Kira was going to be. It was speculated that it was going to be the daughter of Princess Leia. That was always something that was rumored. And the one I looked up that I forgot about completely was Elizabeth Olsen. Elizabeth Olsen was one of the people that could have played her. And I don't know if it was ever officially confirmed, but I think it had been rumored. And the other one I saw is Saoirse Ronan. I don't even know who that is.
Saoirse Ronan.
Oh, from Lady Bird. Duh. Okay, I just looked her up. Little Woman and Lady Bird. Yeah, that could have been that honestly would have been a very good Rey. Looking at the speculation of all this, I don't remember who was in the role to play Kylo Ren though. Let me look that up.
I know, again, in that Wild West of speculation, I know you guys did a whole speculation episode.
Yeah.
But, as it pertains to the casting, I just remember, just the Wild West of who could people be playing? How much of this is going to be adaptation of things past? I remember loving the idea that Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver would ultimately end up being just the new Jaina and Jason Solo. And half of that was right. I was more into.
You're right.
I was more into us having a new Darth Kaitis and less having a new Jaina. But oh man, it's such a wild time. It's so surreal to look, to even begin to think back on it.
So this is crazy. Confirmed by JJ, Michael Fassbender meant about the role of Jedi Killer. That would have been fucking awesome. But I don't know. I'm picturing David from Prometheus. Awesome. Kind of but more agitated, more angry.
We went in different directions. I was Magneto.
That'd be pretty awesome.
You ever think they would have done something like he was the voice when he was in the mask, when he took it off? It was Adam Driver type of a thing.
That's cool. No, I didn't even think about that. That's dope. Oh, I love that.
Possibly.
Another big one that I had forgotten about is Eddie Redmayne. Remember that shit? He was supposed to be JJ and him have confirmed out loud that he straight up. And I don't think that I remember seeing the what's the movie where he's trans? The Dutch girl, the Dutch I don't remember that one.
That sounds right.
That movie changed my life, number one. But the reason I'm saying that is because and of course in the Theory of Everything, like
Danish Girl.
Danish Girl, that's it. I remember being very emotionally moved by that movie. That movie, it honestly changed my life. The reason why I'm saying that is because he was so sweet and fair-faced in The Theory of Everything and this as well. So, like, I could never see him being a true villainous that Adam Driver delivered as a character. Like, I mean, Kylo Ren, frankly, is what sold me on that movie after leaving it. I'm like, he plays the Nepo baby, mad, like, not getting his way, like, character so well. And not even like a tongue-in-cheek, like, I'm the daughter of Princess Leia, I deserve this. No, it was so much more than that.
What makes Kylo Ren so compelling, shameless plug here for a moment, on Nerd Academy, we're doing our MCU rewatch show, The Road to Doomsday. And when we were doing our episode on Thor, Taylor and I literally spent 15 minutes of that episode just talking about a single line delivery from Anthony Hopkins.
Wow.
Because and I've said it here, I am obsessed with like actors' choices. Mm-hmm. Like choices actors make in certain scenes that like stick with us. Like with Thor, we got hung up on the, but you're not king line from Hopkins because it's so different from the way every other line of dialogue Odin speaks. And I say all that because what I think is so compelling and works so well is that Adam Driver is able to not only play Ben Solo, the tortured, lost, confused, angry, abandonment issue guy, cursed with legacy. He's also masterful at playing Ben Solo playing Kylo Ren. Like a lot of hay is made of, are Anakin and Vader truly different people? Mm-hmm. And the answer is no. But when it comes to Kylo Ren, it's a different conversation. Yeah. Because Anakin is never performing Darth Vader.
Oh, no,
that's
not
just,
at all.
That's just what he has left. And he's become this.
But Ben Solo...
Not to quote the fucking TV show, but it is what remains. But Ben Solo is performing something.
Like a Benjamin. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's why he needs the mask. That's why he needs all of this. And look, I mentioned this before we started recording, and it's not the hot take of the topic tonight. I think it's the most honest take on the topic tonight, and it's probably the most real that I'm gonna get. Just personally talking about these movies. I don't care what anyone says, frankly, at all. This movie and this trilogy are the best acted Star Wars aside from Andor. It's perfect. I'll never forget leaving that movie and my friends I went with, who I love, had horrible takes in the movie, but they were very cynical. Was that just A New Hope? Like literally, it's the first thing. I'm like, it totally killed the vibe of the night for me because I was riding high. They're like, well, that was just like a rehash of an old everyone had those horrible, just garbage takes, and I was like, y'all can say what you want. That is the best acted Star Wars thing ever. And I will say they were all unanimous in that same thought. And I still am to this day. Yeah. That movie is the weirdest little, just everything in that movie. If you really think about it, everything's going wrong for the characters in this galaxy. Like they can't find Luke, you've got this planet killer that destroys several planets. You've got the rise of the Third Reich again. The only thing that goes right is that Star Killer gets blown up, and then we know the next movie that everything else gets destroyed, right? So nothing has gone good for these characters at all within the 1 week span of this movie. But somehow the movie still gives you a great sense of hope, and it's not necessarily through the story itself, but is certainly through the acting and the delivery of all these characters I love the prequels, and I'll talk about that forever and how much they mean to me thematically and emotionally. But if the prequels could have had, a actor's director like JJ, I think they would have been true masterpieces. And I mean that sincerely. Just looking at the theme and the breakdown of how George told his stories. And I still stand by the fact that TLJ is the best acted movie. And
100% agree.
It just is. And everyone delivers. And you would be lying to yourself if you watch this trilogy and go, I don't like the acting. Like you would be foolish. It is perfect. And like you would watch it and you would have to go watch the OT and go, like, there's no way you wouldn't watch the OT and be like, oh God, this is a little flat. And then watch the prequels and maybe feel the same exact thing. I don't know. I'm talking too much. All I'm saying is that I am still to this day when I watch this movie, I'm like, Jesus, like the part that literally makes me cry, I quoted it earlier to one of my kids, traitor! Like that shit, like it's so real. That shit is so real. In the theater, I was like, oh, whoa. I was like, he went there. Yeah, that watching that scene literally brings a tear to my eye. Because everyone is on point. Even when Chewie's on point. When Han dies, like, I was like, am I crying at Chewbacca? And I was.
Can I
say no, Jerry? You say you haven't said anything, Jerry. Say it. What do you want to say?
No, I couldn't. No. I was
okay.
I could not. I couldn't deal with that. I couldn't deal with Chewie. That destroyed
too much.
Okay,
it was too much.
It was too much. It was way too much, JJ.
And we don't know if that was Jonas or Peter Mayhew. It was Peter.
I was saying I was just finishing your sentence. Sorry.
Oh, I just didn't know who it was. You still can't tell. You know. Oh, it's incredible.
It's difficult. On the Chewie performance side of things, a lot of it is helped by direction and editing.
Yes.
But truly one of those like situationally funny moments in a very like raw, intense scene is Chewie straight up going, fuck him and shooting. Like,
yes. Boom, boom, boom.
Like it's that like truly like, again, it's one of those like, you know, oh, you could put one F-bomb in Star Wars. Where do you put it? And, you know, like there's a part of me that's like, it's Chewbacca just like inexplicably speaking basic and going, fuck him, and just like taking a pot shot at Ben. Like it's just straight up, bop.
Yep.
But no, what you were saying with the traitor moment, what I love with that, like with Driver's performance, that like, again, it is the moments where Ben breaks through Kylo Ren.
Ooh.
And it's those moments of like, he's seething, he's losing control, he's like he's fully out of control of the situation, and like he's again trying to perform the dark side. He has to call on these emotions because this is not a natural, pardon my hiccups, state for him. That like when like we see him like fully out of control, like he is practically foaming at the mouth. You know, and something I love and something that I compare Adam Driver to Hayden Christensen in one way that I think is very special, and that is these are characters whose stunt performances match their like traditional acting. Like he brings a physicality to Kylo Ren in combat that like also does a lot of storytelling on its own. Like again, the way that like Kylo Ren is playing with his food on Starkiller Base.
Yes.
You know, it is a viciousness, you know, it's like, you know, he's toying with Finn. He, you know, that moment where he has him pinned, Kylo Ren could easily behead Finn. He chooses to make him suffer by plunging the crossguard into his shoulder. And then he lets him go because Kylo's having fun. He's having a good time. He's
like John Boyega's
suffering.
Well, John Boyega's reaction.
Yes.
Well, his reaction is like, and I'm like, this is, and then Rey's waking up. I'm like, this movie is just firing on all cylinders at this moment. It was the perfect emotional build. And look, we're not just going to talk about these new actors. We can always bring Harrison Ford in and Mark Hamill. I mean, Harrison Ford, delivery and role of a lifetime. Like getting to bring back Han Solo perfectly. Same with Carrie Fisher. Like, I don't know. I hate that people bitch about this movie because how else could you have fucking done it? No one else could have done this movie. And maybe someone could have done it better than Jamie, but no one could have written it better than Lawrence Kasdan. That's a fucking fact. No one can.
You couldn't have,
Fuck Michael Arndt. Sorry.
No one would have. All people wanted was like that guy at your lunchroom table in college who like knew
Yes!
exactly how it was supposed to go.
Oh.
That's how they
Who read
wanted
a
it to go.
Wikipedia article about Heir to the Empire.
Literally. You know what's funny? No, sorry, Jerry, go.
No, I just
getting mad.
before we leave Driver, like just what I always have loved about, especially him in Force Awakens, and he continues it through the next two. But it's really like so the heat under the surface and the bubbling like anger that he just constantly is under is so it makes him feel so it any other person it would feel silly, you know, or like I can't take this guy seriously. But the way that he does it just makes him feel so dangerous, you know, and that is something I think that is very special and that has always stuck out to me about him in Force Awakens specifically. You know,
I agree.
I think it goes so. I think you're right, and I think it's something that like a lot of Star Wars fans, you know, don't understand on purpose. You know, people came out of the Force Awakens and they were like, oh, our new Darth Vader, he's a whiny little titty baby who keeps throwing his little temper tantrums, and it's like, no, like this guy's unstable.
Yes.
Like he's trying, like he's forcing himself to feel emotions he's not supposed to have. That whole scene where he's literally talking to himself for you fucking illiterates, that's what that was about, is that he's being pulled back to the light. He needs to ingratiate himself. And, you know, Jerry, you're like that little bit of like instability under the surface, like it makes him scary. You don't know if he's going to snap. Like every single Star Wars villain can or should be this like stoic, like Machiavellian, whatever.
Yeah.
And it makes the moments where he is in control scary. Again, the fight with Finn, where like he is cool and under control while he's fighting Finn. Like there's one beat in that fight when he and Finn are exchanging like strikes and he kind of feigns backwards, and it's one of the only times we see him like do like a front flourish. Where, like the camera's in such a way you can't really see it, but like the way the sword moves, it's almost like he spins it over his hand.
Oh man, I want to watch this movie so bad right now.
But it's so smooth and it's so just like the way it goes around his arm, like he's fully in control there, and that makes that scene feel scary. He's not,
it does.
He's not crashing out. He's not filleting a computer. He's not choking out some first order dipshit. Like he is in the pocket, and it's terrifying.
His focus, dude.
He's in, he's in the pocket.
Fucking in it. It's like when you watch, you know, like Michael Jordan or any like really good athlete play. There's like a level, like I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a student that I teach who's going to be a professional. Like just the way I look at him, I just finished doing a basketball game. Just finished going to one and DJing the event. The way he looks when he plays, I'm like, this is like you're watching like just someone who is just a master at their craft. This is a fucking 8th grader. And he just has an unparalleled focus I have never seen in a kid. And I've been doing this for 8 years now. Like it is a level of determination that I've never seen in a person. And that's the kind of intensity that Adam Driver brings, man. And like, and even in the deleted scenes, right? Even the one with him and the mask on and the Falcon, you're like, this dude's delivering an all-time performance, right? And all of his movies, you know, he does. Logan Lucky's a great movie that he's in.
Black Klansman.
Yes, Black Klansman, right? I mean, like, he does this for every film. However, like, this one in a Star Wars project, we hadn't seen anything like that until that movie. I mean, we really haven't, you know? Like, there was no other way to say it, but, like, you felt like this person literally was that character. And, like, the part that I still love is takes off the mask and he's like, beautiful face. The hair is perfect.
Almost, you know, Disney princess-esque hair. Not even trying to be derogatory. You
know, no, it was silky.
Perfection.
Yes, and like I remember watching that, and everyone, like Katie next to me, was even like, "Wow, like this is not some scarred, you know, gone." You know, like he has to play a role that's so unbelievably difficult, and then you find out that he's like. He wears the mask because he has to conceal himself. He can't be vulnerable. Like, and then that whole scene of them, like you brought up earlier, Jared, that force, you know, fight or whatever you would want to call it, like mind force fight, is some of the best in Star Wars based on sound design. But like the other half of that is the actors having to like, how do you convey you're in each other's mind and you're fighting each other out of it, you know, and you'll never be as strong as Darth Vader. I was like, cool, like, or as powerful as Darth Vader. Yeah, man, that scene alone, you know.
And that is the beginning of Ridley and Driver having just generational chemistry.
Truly, and like,
yeah,
if it, I don't know if it would have been as good with a Jesse Plemons type, or I'm sorry, not Jesse Plemons. It would have been good with a Eddie Redmayne type. Like, I just don't think it would have been there. There's something to be said too, because Kylo Ren canonically is like 23 there, right, or 27, somewhere where Daisy is like in her 20s.
I always thought he was closer to 30.
30 maybe,
closer to 30.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Rey and Kylo Ren have a Han and Leia age gap.
No, that's true. Yeah, 20 and 30.
Yeah, real Leonardo DiCaprio.
Ooh. Not Bombad.
I'm sorry you turned 25. You're not hot anymore.
One thing, I don't feel like we're staying too much on Adam Driver. I think it goes without saying he is probably the best actor that has ever been in Star Wars. That you can hold me to. Fuck Andor, and I love Andor, but Adam Driver is like the single force of the sequel trilogy that is like just remarkably good. Even until Tross, when the part that still breaks me down is whenever, you know, Rey stabs him and he's like has to forgive himself, and like that's a crazy moment, you know, and has to forgive Rey, and then he has the confrontation with his dad, and I mean that whole scene, you know, on the not even at Starkiller, not even in, you know, the records of the Death Star, but even in Starkiller when him and Harrison Ford. Imagine having to work across Harrison Ford, who is a phenomenal actor, but Han Solo, the character himself, is not. Aside from a couple of scenes in the original trilogy, doesn't have that many intense like acting moments besides "I Love You, I Know." Like everything else, all of Return of the Jedi is just pure whimsical. There's like no legitimately serious scene for that character in Return of the Jedi.
What I love so much about Harrison's performance, and I can say this because, you know, I've said it so much over the past year. I made my journey through so much of like the post Return of the Jedi Legends stuff.
Yeah,
over the last year. Han Solo in Legends is fucking insufferable.
Is he really? Because all I know is heir. All I know is heir to the Empire. I have no idea.
He's awful. Like at least after the Yuzon Vong War, like Han's like a fucking space libertarian, and like has like no discernible personality trait other than like what's like the fancy term for like the non-compliant like disorder or whatever, where it's like
sovereign citizen.
That, but it's that you just insist on being contrarian all the time. That's what Han does. That is Han. And like there's no growth. Like this guy lost his fucking kid. Yeah. In Legends, like Anakin Solo gets fucking iced by the Vong. And then like we get to the Legacy of the Force story, and Jason turns to the dark side, and Han seems mostly like he's disappointed in Jason for turning to the dark side, and he's upset with him. But like Han's also like, if I gotta blow the kid up, I'm gonna blow the kid up.
Insane, and that's that's the opposite of TFA. Absolute opposite. One.
It's like that's some Bill Cosby comedy right there, which you know is like problematic. So what you're saying is that Legends Han Solo would definitely call the receptionist sweet cheeks.
Yes,
as he's leaving.
We could do an episode about how fucking frustrating like Legacy of the Force betrayal Han Solo is, because that shit's rough. Like it is.
That could be something we do, because I have no idea.
Han doing like the
Jared, you can Jedi Prince Jerry and I again. Like you can really do the whole. You can pull quotes.
I will happily go back through. I will go back to. I've been thinking about doing it once I'm done with the High Republic, just going from Heir to the Empire to Fate of the Jedi Apocalypse.
Holy shit!
I'll even hit the books I didn't hit the first time. But either way, like what I love so much, like now that I have like a full idea, is like what a post Return of the Jedi Han Solo is like. Talking Han and going, he was happy, he was doing his thing, he had a family, but like things fell apart and he's mournful and he's world weary, and there's a part of him that like there's a sparkle there that isn't quite there anymore, as opposed to like somebody kind of like who half remembers the original trilogy almost is how he's portrayed, because he's just like, oh no, listen here, princess, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I please, you know, like Corellian rights and whatever. Like that is most of Legacy of the Force.
Kill myself.
But taking this version that's like so mournful and like so open to understanding he's a part of something bigger, you know, and like and the way it weighs on him, you know, the fact that like a Han Solo, I'm rambling, but I'm like trying to find like the verbiage here. It is such a masterstroke for Han Solo 35 years later, understanding he's at the end of his life, going, if I confront him, I'm going to die. But I'm going to set off a chain reaction.
So good.
And it like I'm going to set off a chain reaction. I know how this works. And that is such a bold but clearly obvious choice for Han.
Yeah.
Because it's easy for Han to still be a war hero. It's easy for Han to still be this smuggler extraordinaire. It's what he is in Legends. He never stops being like middle of Return of the Jedi Han.
Yeah.
You know, for better or worse, like there are moments where he changes, but he kind of like always comes back to this equilibrium. And the choices that are made here are brilliant, both in terms of writing and in Harrison's performance. Like there's a tender hurt to him. You know, like it feels like you're looking at somebody who just lost someone.
Well, you know what? The fact you bring that up is because like having to have Adam Driver then play the son of someone that is, you know, seeing this play out before his eyes, that's what makes the duo so unbelievably good. Honestly, that's what makes that whole movie work for me, is that relationship that you don't even see at all. You just know it figuratively exists, and everyone coping with it. And the best line of Harrison is, "It's true, all of it." Like, I know that was why it was in the trailer, but like that shit just sold you that this character is no longer the cynical smuggler. You're right. He is now gone back to smuggling. See how much it didn't fill his soul up. Then see his ex and be like, "Oh God, like, I'm sorry, Leia. Like, I went back to doing what I was doing," and how raw and real is that? You know, a relationship to split up because they both only knew the reality they had always existed. Han, an orphan, right? Leia, orphaned. You know, like it's like both these people need stability, and they couldn't find it in each other, and it's okay to admit that. But they come back together to save their child, and it's incredible, and it's so well written, and Not that we need to change gears. We're going to wrap up about 10 minutes just for the sake of time. We haven't really waxed poetic about Daisy Ridley. And I think it's time we ought to. And look, Oscar Isaac, I don't know how much can be said about The Force Awakens. Oscar Isaac really does get his flowers in TLJ. And then in The Rise of Skywalker, it just amped up. The thing about Oscar Isaac that I'm going to say just once, and I think you would all both agree here, and even the people in the chat watching right now, Oscar Isaac was so good that he kept the character alive. So like that's just that's all you can say about that. Like he cooked so good that it saved his ass and made him in 2 other movies that he admittedly said bought him a house. So, and it's probably no little shitty house. It's probably a pretty fucking awesome house. You know what I mean?
If I may for a moment, like what The Force Awakens has like the latitude to do is because Star Wars archetype is so set in stone now, right?
Yes.
That like what's the brilliance of Poe Dameron is we have the archetype of rebel pilot, believes in the cause, hotshot.
Yeah.
What we now get to do is, what does the child of that fight? Someone who like is able to look back on the days of yore and go, I want to be like Wedge Antilles. I want to be like, you know, Biggs Dark Lighter. I want to be like them. and like continue that legacy.
Don't be like Biggs Darklighter. He died in the first movie.
No, but his mustache is glorious. I was talking about Legends. I had to stop myself from saying Gavin Darklighter. His cousin, who also had a mustache.
So stupid.
Gavin Darklighter is actually pretty cool, but not the point. But like there's a but like Poe gets to be like an encapsulation of this archetype that mostly only existed in print, you know. But like he gets to be that type of character who is the product of like this wartime veneration, and with Finn we get to have somebody who's like, you know, who by all accounts should be similarly to a Luke Skywalker. I was here and now I'm here, and I'm kind of making it up as I go along. And it's brilliance that the core trio of Rey, Finn, Poe are taking the core trio of the OT and just like breaking each part down and then pressing shuffle around each other.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I agree. Like even every character, like Finn being from no one. You know what I mean? Like there's that aspect of it too. Where like we now know Han was from no one, but we also know that Poe is from two very important people in the Rebellion and the Resistance. So like it's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool twist on stuff, right? And I will say we didn't talk about John Boyega that much either. The energy of John Boyega was the driving thing for me throughout all the press stuff. This was a Star Wars fan. He loved it. Him and Harrison had some great banter. Like you could just feel that was a real thing. And I kind of missed the John Boyega that was optimistic and super happy. And I know, I mean, post trilogy, he was also.
You remember that video of him seeing himself in the trailer with the lightsaber and like falling over the back of the couch?
We might watch that to wrap this thing up, by the way, because that was an incredible.
I was using that to sell it to people. You know what I mean? I was
of course,
so excited. You know, like how can this not be good? You know, like come on. But no, man, and I mean, just we've said it a million times. The acting is top notch in this. Daisy, for being an unknown, just absolutely sells some very emotional moments. I mean, this movie had me in tears more time than once, and it wasn't just because I had a fever when I was watching it. Sincerely, there still are moments that brings me to tears with her, you know, like her talking about her family and things like that, you know, just all those little moments.
I think what Daisy Ridley does. Sorry, Scott, I didn't mean to speak over you.
No, it's okay. You talk.
Oh, I think what Daisy Ridley does so brilliantly, and what I love so much about Rey's character is, you know, like the sequel trilogy is about legacy, and it is about both the power and the burden of it. And what I love so much about Rey is that, like, even compared to somebody like Poe, who's assigned the mission of locating Luke Skywalker, she believes in the myth more than anybody. And what she's able to convey is almost this like passive, almost like faith-based security that like that good will triumph. Yeah, and that there's almost an unspoken element where she's like, again, like people love to do the, she doesn't have any training, but she just because she heard a couple stories, she did Jedi mind trick. It's like, yeah.
The Force awoke in her. Do you not understand? There is a dyad.
Whole fucking title.
She knows the story. She knows the story.
Yes.
She knows how this story goes. And she like again felt the fact that, oh shit, the Force is in me. It's with me. I'm doing the thing. Where like she does it on like on just a wing and a prayer, and the mind trick works. And you know, she spends that whole fight with Kylo Ren running away. She spends the second act trying to run away, and it is her face in that moment where she begins to accept it when she calls the lightsaber. And it's when they're in that blade lock, and she quite literally has her back against the wall, like practically dangling off of a cliff, where she allows herself to truly connect with the Force and guide her. And like just again, it's the physicality, it's unspoken, but she just embodies this person who's like, no, I believe in the power of this story. And that I don't know how to direct that. I don't know how the fuck I'd even imagine trying to perform it. I don't even know how I write it in a way that's like so beautifully subtle.
Oh man.
But it's all in Ridley's performance.
Don't get me started, because that's the one thing we haven't gotten from any Disney property, and it might be an AI thing, but they didn't do it even 10 years ago. They need to do the script. They just need to release the script of these things. The movies are done. They've been made. Like all the OT and prequels, and pretty much any movie you watch, they can do a book script release. And I always wanted to read how Lawrence and JJ wrote that scene, because that's the part that always sold me was blades, almost a purple colors flash on her face. And she just is like, oh my God, like it's with me. I'm here. Whoom! And starts kicking his ass. Like, I don't know. That's another thing into it. Look, I just want to point out real quick. I always find eyes to be very attractive. That's just what I do. Even in my male companions, you know. I got coworkers that I'm working with that are guys. I'm like, goodness, such fucking nice eyes. Daisy Ridley has the most like enigma of eyes because they're like brown and green. I don't know if you ever looked at them before. Like it's like they are truly built different, right? And these are literally, that's a screenshot from the Rises from TFA right there. You've got TFA, the third one, right? The third from the bottom. Like that is literally the scene in TFA where she is scrubbing the iron brush, I'm pretty sure. It is, she's got such convincing eyes and her acting's incredible. She's a timeless beauty. Like you could put her in any period and she would fit that period perfectly. You know, same with Carrie Fisher and Natalie Portman. They've always cast the women in Star Wars like just a timeless beauty of women, you know? But you watch that stuff and you're convinced she's that character. You're convinced she's alone. Like, I'll never forget watching, and I listened to Force Center earlier. They talk about how the opening of Rey's, like the opening sequence with Rey, is a short film upon itself. And you see the sequence of Rey's day from her taking off the mask to drinking the water, hitting the canteen, sliding down, getting on the Klondike bar, going to the town. Like, it's like all these beats.
More of a fudge sickle, if you ask me.
Without a word, she's selling this character all the way until 1/4 portion, you know, and she has that sad look. And then, you know, she meets BB-8 later that evening. It's unbelievable. Her cooking by herself. I have never felt more compelled by a character cooking until she made that bread that became, you know, that little soup that became bread. Like, I couldn't believe how good it was. And she's sitting there eating, puts the helmet on. Then she goes and sees Tito. I think his name's Tico. I forget.
Tito.
And then Tito Vaca.
Tito the Tito.
Then you see the kindness of her eyes when she speaks and she straightens BB-8's little thing. I'm like, like you said, I don't know how you write this. I don't know how you convince like me as a viewer that this is the perfect person for that role. But for an unknown, unmatched. Like I love Mark Hamill and I love Carrie Fisher. And Carrie Fisher's the daughter, you know, the Nepa baby of two very well-known actors. I'm watching Daisy Ridley, who truly no one knew about. And like, you're looking at her and you're like, oh my God, like you just won everyone's hearts. Little girls still love to be Rey. Rey is one of the few characters you see in the parks anytime you go to the parks in Disney World or Disneyland. Like, you will see Rey, and Rey is going to get her own movie. She can do that. And so can Adam Driver with The Hunt for Ben Solo, obviously. Like, not that John Boyega can't lead his own movie, but that's a hard thing to pull off, and these two certainly did it. I don't know how much more y'all want to talk about this, but we're going to watch the trailer reaction of them.
Let's watch this.
Yes, let's.
I don't know if I'm going to put sound on. I might put sound a little bit on. Let me 1 second. Let me get it pulled.
A little bit. I mean, when have we ever been worried about, you know, losing the monetization? It's fine.
My favorite clip was when we did the Best of Bombad all those years ago. And it was like, we're probably going to lose our monetization. Then I cut to the video of us like, hi, YouTube. we had to film that plea. Like, you lost your monetization.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that shit was awesome.
Yeah,
All right, check
and
this
if you
out.
guys want to support us losing our monetization, go ahead and send us a super chat right now.
One thing I will say before we click play, if I miss anything from the Force Awakens era, I certainly miss when the actors weren't chased off social media. I do really miss that, where you could comment on their stuff or you could like their stuff. I don't even know if Daisy had one, but Daisy had one up until when she was announced where you could still comment, like, you know, and like,
it was after TFA she killed her Instagram because virgins.
Unbelievable, man. It's crazy, right? Anyway, let's watch this shit.
Just a bunch of bad cheese.
Well, because this was posted on her thing, you know?
Who are you?
Oh my god.
What the fuck is man's wearing?
I don't know. I've always liked that silver jacket.
He looks like he's about to get inside of a gyroscope or something.
I love his friend next to him. They lose their mind together. You know what's funny? This is the first one we ever saw actors reacting to a trailer. You know what I mean? Like, this is the first I ever seen that.
Yeah.
Because this movie was that level of hype. And
What other movie do you have the actors reacting to the trailer?
Their own trailer, yeah.
Like maybe Marvel. Maybe.
Do you have an idea how much this changed my brain chemistry?
Oh, I couldn't imagine. We can't even talk about that right now. I know you want to, but we're not doing that.
Come on. Come on.
She starts crying. Oh, I get emotional watching this shit still.
Dude, it's the music.
Oh, fuck. It's her crying at the end of it.
They went all in on the music on the trailers. You have just like the reimagined versions of the original themes.
Damn right.
Yes!
Damn right.
The Force. It's calling to you.
That's so good. Fuck. Oh, I forgot how good Daisy's thought was.
Thanks, Harbland.
Oh my god. And this is where I will say they fucked John Boyega. I really wish he was a Jedi. God, I wish he was a Jedi.
In the Lego
That's my
stuff,
only...
he is.
I know, but like
canonically, Lego canonically a Jedi.
How cool would it have been to see like two people learning how to use the Force at the same exact time? They could have done that. It would have been like watching two like Obi-Wans and like I don't complain about much, but man, that'd been fucking. Because like looking at him here, like he even knows he gets his back chopped. I mean, kinda. Like he even knows he gets his back cut up by this point. Like he filmed that shit.
Yeah.
And he's still so happy to even have that moment. Look at how happy he is. And like, he doesn't know the trailer. People forget that these actors don't get prepped on this shit. They don't know what's coming.
They don't see the after vid, like the visual after vid.
And like, you look at this and you go, his whole life just changed.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, it's so cool. Holy shit, I keep crying. It's such a good video.
That just reminded me, like when I got to meet John Boyega earlier this year.
Oh yeah.
I was so fucking mad that like the layout was dumb, where like you didn't pick your like picture for the autograph at his table. There was a table behind the line where you picked the
that
picture.
is dumb.
We didn't realize that. And in the time it took for us to realize that's what it was, somebody had just bought the last like still of him with like the, that lightsaber, it belongs to me. Come get it. Like I was like, I want that. I need him holding the sword, and it was gone. I have him in the skiff on crate. Which
that's cool.
But I'll take the shot from my favorite movie, but I wanted that shot of him with the lightsaber so badly. And again, Rey movie episode 10, whatever the fuck it ends up being, please let this man have a lightsaber. I don't care how bad his tweets are. I don't care how bad his tweets are. Just let him have a lightsaber.
He earned it. Well, to wrap this whole thing up, thank you everyone for joining. We love you very much, obviously. We'll be back, I think, next Thursday. I'm going to look at my schedule. We've got a couple of weird things. We're going to do more pre-records. Yeah, next Thursday we're good. The following Thursday, however, the best movie of the year is coming out, which is Avatar: Fire and Ash. And we're very excited for that, Jerry and I.
Invested.
This person down here doesn't like to watch anything that's ethically challenging. So, that being said, let's just do a little bit of a plug here, and we'll get off.
I'll reach through the screen and slap the shit out of you.
You like black people music, but you can't like a movie about blue people. That's good commentary on indigenous people. That's even more really good commentary on how to treat your environment.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on. Don't get him started. We have to go.
This white savior bullshit. Okay.
That was the first movie. Then you see the second movie and go, and we'll admit that. Jerry and I talked about the first movie. We're like, yeah, this movie's not that good.
There's a white kid named Spider with dreads. What the fuck are you talking about?
You need to see it. It will give it context. You know what's funny? You're actually kind of Spider. If you could grow dreads, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
You would be Spider. You would be Spider. Because Spider,
the people of the culture who makes the art that I appreciate say that
Spider's
like
Jared coded.
Have fucking dreads.
Dude, you would be Spider because you would have been adopted by the family. You would have been cool. You want to be a Na'vi. God, I could go off right now.
I have so many Na'vi friends.
I have so many Na'vi friends. I'm Spider.
Na'vi people
call me a wannabe Na'vi.
I will send you $50 to go and watch this on Disney Plus and pay for your date with Taylor, and you go see Fire and Ash. I'll do it right fucking now because I want you to see Way of Water and go, Scotty, I was wrong. I want to do this to Alden Diaz too. Jerry, Trey, and I have a separate group chat talking about how much we love these movies, and it would be really cool just to add you into it because you would watch it and go, you're gonna watch Way of Water at some point and be like, I'm not gonna say. Alden won't say it out loud. I love him to death. He will not say it out loud. You are humble and thoughtful enough to go, that movie kind of slapped. Sorry, I was a dick about it.
I'm very capable of admitting when I'm wrong.
I love you for that.
I just don't get the hype.
Spider.
I don't
Try it. Try it then. What's to lose?
Dude, I just said I'll give you $50. Pay for your ticket. Yes! I will pay for your ticket, Taylor's ticket, and the popcorn for that night. And you get to watch Way of Water Disney Plus in the next 2 weeks, and you will watch it and go, that wasn't that bad. And then hopefully Fire and Ash is good. Because this is all basing it off of you if Fire and Ash
Way of Water fucks hard.
It's remarkable.
I don't even care about the first Avatar. No, shut up. I don't even care about the first Avatar. I don't care about the first Avatar. The first Avatar, that's Fern Gully in live action. I don't give a fuck.
James Cameron admitted it in an interview. He literally... This is not. Way of Water is like the prequels. It's like the crazy. It's like so
the Terminator
rich.
2 of the Avatar, which sounds bad. It's.
I mean, hey, my favorite Terminator movie is Rise of the Machines. So
I like Rise.
It feels. I mean, you feel the Cameronness. He's great at fucking sequels. He's great.
It really is, man.
Listen, I'm gonna be real.
I'm gonna send him $50 on Venmo right now.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be straight up.
Spider.
I have to get caught up on Stranger Things.
That's fair.
I am in the middle of a full MCU rewatch.
I know.
If I find the time, I have to rewatch the first movie because I haven't seen it in over a decade.
It would help.
Don't.
It would help.
If I find
look up
find the time. I know I'm not Scotty. I'm going to watch the fucking movie. I'm not gonna have EA Voss recap it for me,
bro. I did not send a Rockstars.
I know you
I
didn't.
did. I did not.
I know you didn't. I know.
I sent a 3-hour Stranger Things narrative recap.
Have you seen Disney's Pocahontas? It's that, but the 3D makes the glass look real.
I'm gonna. If I find the time, I will try. I already.
I know you, and I know you will.
It was transcended in theater. Did any of you little youngsters see that thing in theater?
Oh, of course I did.
I saw it
3 times.
3 times.
You were shitting your fucking pants when that
I was
movie came
11. You fucking geezer.
Whatever.
I was
whatever.
14.
Get your candy ass on some AARP before you talk to me like that again.
Spider.
I don't know how old you kids are.
Anyway,
I just pay for your college.
Plug. That was good. Plug what you got going on, Jared. I'm sorry we got loud just now. That was 5 minutes of pure regression.
Don't tell your mother.
You guys can find me over in the Nerd Academy podcast. Like I said, we're doing our Road to Doomsday rewatch in preparation for Avengers Doomsday next year. It's I'd say just around the corner. It's like just over a year away. Also coming out on December 18th, the 10th-year anniversary of The Force Awakens. I'm doing an episode with Force Center's very own Ken Knapsack reflecting on the movie. So come check that out. Also check out the Mitch692 channel for Pro and Noob, where Mitch is showing me all kinds of anime for the first time. We have a season on Neon Genesis Evangelion, which became Jerry and Scotty's problem very quickly.
Did it.
We have a season on Cowboy Bebop. We have a season on Dan to Dan, and we are right now making our way through Attack on Titan, which I'm having a good time with. So check that out. And then let me check the date again. I believe it is going to be Tuesday, December 16th, live at 9 p.m., the first ever Epic Confrontations title defense between my new teammate, Michael McCoy, and the fraudulent Alden Diaz. So 2 weeks left, Alden's perfect record gets shit all over, and the guard change at last.
That was pretty good. That was a good plug. Good stuff, Jared. Thank you, Spider. This is the Bombadcast. Super happy all of you could be here watching this live.
I've reached like 9th level white guy that my nickname's Spider now.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, anyway.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'm a category 5 cracker now. My nickname's Spider.
Congratulations. Jared, you don't get the honor often. You could say it.
Stay bombed! I really thought.
Did you say impossible?
Pasquale?
Only kidding, Chucky. I've changed my tune because I finally thought of a possible dream that we can all share.
What is it?
Pasquale?
It's a dream about a world when nobody is poor or sick or hungry.
Oh, now that's a dream we can make come true.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right.
As I point up